I didn't see that until I think maybe the day the album came out.
Okay.
I think I see the post. I think I see his post of it, of the album cover. Having listened to the album, not start to finish, kind of still going through it. There's quite a few songs on there. Good album, musically.
Controversial. Oh no, me, it's musically fair.
Musically. He's saying a lot of stuff, man. He's saying a lot of stuff that we wanted to hear or have the information of like a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago. I'm just not fond of the idea of doing it in an album or how he promoted the album. It's almost to hear what happened or to hear my side of it. Go stream.
Let me get these streams.
Go stream my album.
Kind of smart though.
Clever, yes.
I think undoubtedly.
But I think with in the situation that did occur, it's a bit tasteless.
Yeah.
But
I agree with that.
Musically.
It's a good album.
Yeah, when I saw the tweet, I was thinking it was gonna be him going live or releasing some statement. I weren't really expecting an album. And I said to myself, I was having this like inner turmoil, and I was like, I can't listen. I refuse to listen and support, and because from what I'm hearing, it sounds mad, innit? From what the information that's like available to us, and I was like, I don't know, man. Can I be kind of part of this? Like,
you're supporting it, so to speak.
Yeah, but then I said, to get the full story, you might as well listen to the other side, innit? Or to get a better picture. And as Les was saying, musically, it's mad. Like,
it's a good album.
It's bonkers.
I feel like
he's bare talented.
This is I think it's kind of come back to what I feel like is an age-old argument in the podcast: the art versus the artist. Two things can be true.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good album. I've listened to it and I kept saying to myself, I'm listening. I listened to it literally this morning for research purposes.
Yeah.
That is my main reason.
I like it.
I got a little app.
Which is the
little apps in it.
Yeah.
Good, like.
Yeah, this is just research. Yeah. OnlyFans login. It's just research.
That's what I was doing with Insta Live as well. Just I wonder if this is still any good. It's a good album. What's interesting to me is this is the first time Tory's spoken about it. We've heard Meg's side. I mean, prior to Meg even speaking, there was like a long period of people trying to piece together information and not knowing what's true. Then we heard her speak on it. And I guess we had to assume it was true. There was no counter or anything. I suppose this is Tory's counter. And if I'm being honest, I won't say I believe him or I believe her even. I just think it's a mad story, and I can't really figure out what's happened here.
I hate these things, because it's all, and I said this in the group the other day. It's all like somebody is lying.
Someone's lying to us.
Someone has to.
There's truth out there, and us as the dumb consumer don't know anything more than what they put in front of us. I'm torn just because I want the truth, and I think the way Tory's put it sounds believable. And I think he's given us a little bit. I haven't kept up with everything Meg said, but Tory's given us some bits that Meg hasn't said or I've not heard. So I'm a little bit like, ooh, okay.
New information.
Yeah, new information. She didn't say that. She was alluding to Kylie was there and your security was there and we see the video of the police but then Tory was like, alright, cool, yeah, that might have happened, but if that happened, then why were you like back at mine or that? It's just, he's giving little bits.
He's giving some context in it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely adding a lot more context to it than Meg has given.
What? He said what? After it happened, she was back at Heath.
No, I don't know if he said that.
I think he said that, yeah, they
but
got back in the car or something like that. But like they've linked each other since the event, it sounds like.
Yeah, and then something about, I think,
odd.
He shot at her from behind But then if I was behind you, how do you know?
How do you know it was me?
Like,
Yeah.
It's like little things like that. You kind of piece together and think, I don't know, man.
I think what we are certain of is that she was shot in it.
She was shot.
So
That's
me,
the
I'm
only
like-
fact.
Yeah, I'm like, cool. I'm siding with you.
Yeah, off the bat, I'm
You've
tired
been
with her
with-
for sure.
Question, and this is how do we know that she was shot?
Bar
her saying
the
so.
medical records.
Okay, I ain't seen them.
Apparently, it didn't. Well, he says from listening to the album this morning, he says, "How did you get shot in the foot and it didn't go through any bones or tendon?"
I heard
Which
that. But I heard
sounded kind of mad to me. I was like, "Foot fit." She's big, right? But that's a big foot to not big to not touch nothing.
I don't think that is kind of like.
That's not proof of anything.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Or doesn't disprove anything.
So it's shit strap.
Perhaps. Shit aim.
Like,
Shitting.
it's I don't think that's enough to say like, and yeah, that's like it's a bit reachy. But I just feel like he might be in acting mode, OJ mode. Like,
Yeah, that's entertainment.
OJ mode, you know.
yeah. So, but it has raised questions, and I'm like, oh shit. But again, it's for me still like the maddest story. Like 2020's been mad, but
Yeah.
this is up there still.
It's strange. And what's going on legally like with it at the
I'm
moment?
not sure.
He's talking about it, so I assume.
She says that she signed the affidavit, which is, I believe, almost like testimony, innit?
Yeah.
So I imagine it's in progress.
Yeah.
There's a song in there where
it's
he's
whole-
like,
it's-
he doffs his cap to like the policeman and just carries on like moving. Like, so he's like left the police station. he's gone.
Yeah.
That's not, again, doesn't mean you're innocent. It's, we often say two things can be true, yeah? I think this might be a case of two things can be false. That nobody's telling the truth.
Yeah, there might be something totally different that they both know actually happened, and
Generally, the truth is in between two people.
Yeah.
Like, if I hear Mike's opinion on something, Les's, the truth is somewhere in between. But maybe they. It's just that because, bro, when I just the whole story, the way it broke everything, bro, something's not adding up. A lot is not adding up. So,
It's very weird.
I mean, Tory, you're in the wrong. You never. I can't think of any circumstance when you shoot a woman twice, even if it's in the foot.
Not a woman who you're making like love songs for.
It's so odd, man. This is what I'm saying. It's so. We need like a fucking Making the Murder or something on this, man.
First 48 weeks. Or
Yeah.
It's all mad.
It's but yeah, I guess in I think it's in France. There's like a legal term, like crime of passion, isn't it?
Yes, and you get less time for it, don't you? Where it's just
like
emotions got the best of you, and you they empathise with
it
you.
seems like that the way he's going on and crooning and singing,
Shut her out, I
doing
love her.
poems and
It sounds like he loved it, like he definitely loved her. Or loves her.
Bang,
making
bang.
weird things, man. But yeah, I'm just hoping for love and light for everyone involved because it's looking very peak. Like,
Maybe we'll never know, innit, what actually happened.
I think one day we'll know. It won't be soon.
he's sending for some big people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes it sound like there's a mad conspiracy out to get him.
You see that, yeah? I've seen it before. Where people use a common cause, yeah, to kind of hide or disguise what they've done.
It's like it's a red herring.
Yeah.
So it's a clean distraction, right?
He in examples of like Michael Jackson, Prince getting their masters. Look what happened to them. I'm now newly independent.
He said he just
Look
bought
what's
his
happening
masters,
to
didn't
them.
he?
His
Yeah.
masters.
They're always trying to get the black man down. And when he's saying stuff like that, I'm like, oh shit! Like we've seen it before. But then I'm thinking, it could just be a ruse, like.
It could easily be.
Definitely a ruse.
That's the thing to do these days, isn't it? To attach your whatever your issue is to some plight, and then it's bigger than you.
Just amplifies.
It's bigger than it's not your story almost.
If it's not true, if you're not honest in that, that's very scummy. Like.
Yeah, I think in terms of his masters and this conspiracy, I feel like there's a bit of a reach. There has to be.
Yeah, he's trying to do the Bill Cosby. Trying to buy,
I was trying to buy NBC. Like, nah, man.
Come on, man. Like, own it, bro. Like, own what you did, man.
Yeah, he's sending for a lot of people. He's given a lot of context to that situation. I'm a little bit annoyed like I've listened to most of the album, but I'm a little bit annoyed that the majority of the album is about that. Because it's almost he's just saying the same thing but just in a different way. I think there's certain songs, there's certain songs that are he's almost telling the story, which is fun. But then there's like other tunes that I like, but then he's just alluding to like the same like shitting on people, kind of getting on Meg-ish, but giving like more detail to what happened. That's probably my only gripe with the actual album.
Yeah, it's like a moments album, innit?
Yes. Yeah. That's why I kind of think in time will you ever go back to it, because say the truth comes out, that album's now, and let's say Tory, it turns out Tory was lying. That album for him, not that I care, but for him it's a bit like some fake news,
some music
shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, as a fan of music, I'd rather it be about you making music. But I guess they make music about their life, so.
Will we hear from Meg like in the next week or so?
Yeah, I think so. Whether that's a tweet, interview, whatever, Insta Live, something. I think.
I feel like he's poked the hornets.
We'll see. I don't know.
I thought he passed the ball and it ball's in your court.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with it now? Yeah.
I think it'd be smart if she didn't.
It'd be smart if she didn't. Yeah.
Because I think her coming out first and saying stuff. I think I said it in a group. It's a little bit like there's certain things you can say on social media or whatever, but I think sometimes it's a little bit like keep certain things like to you and your circle. If it comes out in the news, that's cool. It's gonna come out because that's what they're there for. But you doing like a live and saying like, yeah, we used to be bare close and we're chilling, and then it makes me look at you like, what are you trying to do? Like, you trying to besmirch his name or make him look a certain way, and then he doesn't say nothing. So it's like you're just fucking hitting a dead horse almost. Then he comes back with however many songs it is of an album, just full pelting bare people.
I don't think we'll hear from her. I think it just leads into album sales, streams, whatever. If she mentions it back, and I think her management are clever enough to know what's going on here. I think so. I wanted to ask: is this the end of Tory?
No.
You said that quite conclusively, Mike.
Because earlier on I was gonna say he hasn't been cancelled. Like, this thing's probably done well.
He clearly hasn't been cancelled. Yeah.
And I think prior to him releasing this, people would have said, we think he's done. He's tweeted the night before.
You're back in.
Released the album. People like me say I'm not gonna listen. Listened again today. I don't think it is, man.
Listen, rating it. Looking forward to the next thing, man.
It's actually mad. I feel like in general, we somewhat maybe coming to the end of like cancel culture.
I don't think it ever existed.
No, but just it being like a thing of people trying to make happen. Maybe.
It takes time and effort to do that. And none of these donuts that come up with this shit have the time or effort or even care that much. They probably do care too much, but have the time, resource, effort to really cancel. Like, you ain't got no say in cancelling Tory Lanez.
Yeah, unless it's some like really, really vile stuff. Even then,
people struggle to cancel R. Kelly.
Yeah,
and that was one of the first things that came into my head was it's definitely not similar. But in terms of things that an artist that a lot of people respect and like has done, it's up there. But yeah, I think you can't cancel.
It's different as well with R. Kelly. Like, his time's come and gone, innit? He's done what he did in terms of like music.
So it's easy to ignore.
Yeah. So now it's like
past his peak.
Yeah,
Tory,
you can't block him, innit? He's done. he's done everything already.
Yeah, it's yeah. So
Tory's still in it. You can say okay, you cancel.
you can have a real effect.
Yeah. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
I've clocked with cancel. Yes, with cancel culture, like someone somewhere or a group always fuck with you.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, when you've got your
It's kind of mad.
if you've got your hardcore, your die hard fan base, I don't know if man are stopping.
No.
But like in terms of like, say someone done R. Kelly now, who's in their career, like radio might not play you, labels might not fuck with you, all of that stuff. So yeah, you can get cancelled in that.
I see a lot of media outlets. I think it might have been the same one I see twice in two different places, but I see a couple say, obviously reporting on what Tory's album and what he's saying, but there's a lot of them said this is the last time we'll talk about this.
Yes, I saw. Who was it? Hasnobiety, I think they might have.
Yes, and I think the other one might have been Complex.
Okay.
Trying to make a stand.
Yeah, which I don't know why I found weird, because it's almost like, I don't know, I didn't read what they wrote. I probably should have, but
I did.
Reading it, it seemed to me that they were kind of picking a side.
They're siding with Megan.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that's what I
and
thought.
they're like he's capitalizing on
a
lot of the things we alluded to before, like how this incident has become a moment to shine light on domestic violence and all of that stuff. So they're saying they're siding with Meghan because they're anti-domestic violence, essentially.
That's fair, I guess.
It's I mean, I can't disagree with what they're saying and taking that stance, but I feel like perhaps they should have waited a moment, because if this album is doing what it appears to be doing, then it's going to be a bit of egg on their face in that sense. To not like you're boycotting one of the biggest artists, and that's going to be difficult as a music news organization. It's going to be a bit weird. But I mean,
without being convicted.
Wouldn't it be, I guess, in their interest to remain neutral almost, rather than, and I get you can choose the side of domestic violence and so on, but at the same time, it's no one's been convicted of doing anything. So as a journalistic outlet or whatever media outlet, I'd like to think you'd remain neutral on reporting.
He's been convicted in the court of public opinion already. Like that's happened, that's done, and that's what they're basically saying.
I like that.
But we'll see. I'm proper interested to see.
This real curveball for me still, because I thought it was done and dusted. But then listening to it, hearing his side of the story, obviously he's gonna defend himself. Yeah.
The other thing is, you see people like in the States that are involved.
Yeah.
They know what's actually happened as well.
I think facts.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Behind the scenes.
Like, see when something happens in ends, word spreads. You know.
Yeah.
So they've got the drop already. So
you think they know
100%
that?
people know.
Okay.
And he was saying, he's upset that a lot of people tweeted and did Insta posts and have said done interviews and saying boom boom boom. Like some big names, basically saying he's added Rock Nation.
I think 50 said so. I think 50 joked about it and then took it back because he thought it wasn't serious. But he would never go at 50. He didn't mention him anyway.
He omitted 50 for any sense.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
But I think people do know.
For sure.
It just depends on who you see lasting longer, I guess.